So for my project, I researched xeriscaping and xeriscaping on the school campus. The idea is to see how much water you could save by switching from the turf grass to some native plants, which is xeriscaping, or xeroscaping, which is the rocks. This picture is an example of that on campus. Yeah, so I'm going to go through all the numbers and stuff that I did to figure this out. So first step was to see how much grass turf there was on campus. Found the best way was probably just trace it. So in ArcGIS Pro, and then I just traced all the turf grass area. And you see that baseball field? That's actually synthetic turf, so I didn't include that. But what I found was that there was 63.9 acres of turf grass. Main campus is about 288 acres, so a little over 20% of campus is grass turf. And after that, I needed to find out how much water used to water that grass every year. Utah State University did a study. They were metering people's homes around Utah, and they tracked it by month and then found the yearly total. I used the Pleasant Grove value because it's really close, and then that also was pretty similar to like Salt Lake. It's also pretty close, but yeah, 24.68 inches per year to water the grass. And then I was able to use that value to see how much water you would need. So using 24.68 inches of water to water your grass every year. So it takes 27,100. So I wanted to use like a value that would be useful to me. So I wanted to see how much water I need to water an acre of turf grass a year. So an acre inch is 27,154 gallons. So multiply that by the 24.68 inches per year, and you're getting 670,160 gallons per acre per year. And then if you multiply that by the 63.9 acres of turf grass on campus, then it will take 42,823,270 gallons per year. And I compared that with other studies, and I got similar answers. Some of the other studies actually had higher values, but I thought this one was just good because it was in Pleasant Grove. Yeah, it's comparable to this water calculator from Ecolon. It like takes into account the weather for your area. But the 670,160 gallons per acre was similar to what they had. And then they had a cost of 692.58 cents per acre per year. So I multiplied that by the 63.9 acres and it takes $44,218 per year to water lawns. UVU gets their water from like an aquifer, so it's a little different. This is like if you're a homeowner, what you're going to be paying. But I decided to use this value because I can't get the value from campus, so this is still useful. But compare that to another study, and I also got like 49,000. It's the Utah Division of Water Resources. They said that the average cost of 1,000 gallons of water in Utah was $1.15, which is well below the national average. Probably should be a lot higher, but just my opinion. But I got a similar answer to that as previously. So I just cross-referenced some of my values and felt good about them. Cost of turf conversion is the hardest to determine just because there's so many factors. Xeriscaping with the rocks is going to be the cheapest. You should literally just take out the grass, put rocks down. Does it take any water? So that's pretty easy to quantify. But to put plants in and bark, or it's just going to be very variable. Um, Trees are pretty pricey, and then if some plants are going to require like some drip irrigation, which is pretty pricey to do, but so it's not super cost effective, as we'll find out. Spoiler, but to I did a range from $1 to $4, and then I just said if I were to convert an acre of turf grass to Xeriscape, how much would it cost? And you can see it's really expensive, anywhere from $43,560 to $174,000. And you can get into like, if you were to convert the whole campus turf to Xeriscape, which you wouldn't want to do, but it'd be $11 billion. I don't, at $4 per square foot, the most expensive value. I don't know how accurate that is. Obviously, there's a lot of factors that you wouldn't do that, but it shows that it's really expensive. Um, and then I wanted to see how much lawn maintenance cost. Figured that would be more expensive than the irrigation. Um, and so used a really nice calculator that used a lot of different values, like the cost of all the equipment, and then the amount of hours you're working. You're probably hiring professionals, which the UVU does. I've just seen them around. They're big lawn mowers, but leaf blowers. But yeah, it's expensive. It's This calculator said for 43,560 square feet, which is an acre, anywhere from $4,000 to almost $9,000. Um, and so if you were to take those savings for Xeriscape because you're severely reducing your maintenance and your water costs, I just assumed you wouldn't really need to pay for water at that point. Probably a little bit, but not nearly as much because they're native plants or they're rocks. But yeah, so you could save with water and maintenance, you could save at a low end $4,700 per acre, and then $8,600 per acre on the high end. So I want to see how much you'd save over time. First, there's a lot of upfront costs, and then over time, you could possibly save money if you did it frugally. A big thing is if you get incentives, which Utah, just from all this money from the government recently, they've have money, and Governor Cox has a plan to spend it. One of them is water conservation, and he's looking at paying people to convert their lawns to xeriscaping. So possibly, maybe you could do this on campus. And so you can, if you do it like really cheaply or you get incentives, you could possibly save money over 10 years. Eventually, you'll make your money back. It's a lot of upfront cost. You can make like a project with the students, save labor money, but no. But that was the low end. This is the high end. You can save money more easily if you're really maximizing. If you were paying a lot for maintenance before, which I believe they probably would, but so at the high end of the costs to convert, you're not going to be saving much money, even if you were spending a lot before on water maintenance. But if you do it cheaply, you could save money. If you did it for $1 per square foot, for example, you'd save your money after 6 years. So eventually it saves money, but it takes a long time, depending on what you do. So that's what I found. There actually is a lot of xeriscaping on campus, so I took a bunch of pictures just to show it. It looks I really prefer it over grass. Obviously, I like to have some grass, or at least benches that I can sit at, because it's just soft, but students aren't going to be walking on this, so they're not going to be killing the plants. Native plants are more drought resistant, which with climate change, that's a big thing. Um, they offer shade, all the trees do, but and then they also are good at fighting off invasive species better than grass. So a lot of positives to it. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nicer than grass, but maybe the grass looks better than just rocks, obviously. But um, yeah, it's pretty much there's a lot of it on campus actually. Rocks look okay, but obviously, you wouldn't just want to be walking around a bunch of rocks. I think it's okay in some spots. It does allow infiltration though, which is why it's a lot better than just concrete. Um, yeah, there's a lot of it, even just like the hedges. And I didn't see any sprinklers. I didn't even see drip irrigation. So this is kind of cool. It's a little statue. Still not super exciting, but it's better than just rocks. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of it. Other thing I noticed was a lot of the grass was damaged. It just shows like maintenance is just the biggest cost of maintaining grass. So you'd save a lot on maintenance and a lot on water, and this just doesn't look good. So yeah, that's it.